spoilers. And welcome to the Seen on TV podcast for Arrow Season 3, Episode 21, Sah-him. I am your host, Clio, and welcome to the One Woman podcast. I hate that Arrow and the Flash. Like, I hate that both of them don't have the or neither. You know what I mean? Because when I go to do, I always get Flash and Arrow confused. Always them. I never did it with The Walking Dead. When I hosted, what else do I host? I don't even remember what else I host. Doctor Who? I don't know. I don't ever get anything else mixed up. It's only Flash and Arrow. Obviously, it's in the same universe. Obviously, we talk about similar things. But I just always get them confused. And I blame the. I blame the in the Flash and Arrow not having a the. That's what I blame. Although maybe if they both had the Arrow, the Flash, I might get even more confused. Although, I think it's more symmetry was what I'm looking for. Anyway, this episode was interesting, and guess what? I did the same thing I did last week, and I did literally almost the whole podcast. I did literally almost the whole podcast and realized I wasn't recording. For professional I am. Good. I do work. So, first thing I want to talk about is Ra's al Ghul mentions his past. He talks about his past when he was initiated, and his rival, Damien Darhk. Now, Damien Darhk is a character in the DCU. He's an elusive, dangerous criminal mastermind who's an enemy of the Teen Titans and is connected to the syndicate Hive. And obviously, we can deduce from what Ra's said, because he said Damien broke off and made a Hive of his own. So we can assume that he is, in fact, the founder and leader of Hive. And if he's not, I'll eat my hat. I'll eat a hat. I'll do it. Hold me to it. I'll eat a hat. If I'm wrong. I've been so wrong about this season. I should not make bold claims. But the first thing I thought when I heard Damien Darhk was Brother Blood. And when I looked up Damien Darhk, I realized why I made that jump. It's because they were both Teen Titans villains. They were both in the, and I'm pretty sure they're different people. But they were both in the Teen Titans cartoon, so that's why I thought. But I think that they could make him the same person. I think Damien Darhk is Brother Blood. That's my theory. I'm not going to make any bold claims about that one, but that's what I think. I think that Damien Darhk is somehow Brother Blood, because he's... now I forget. I know Brother Blood has the Cult of Blood, but other than that, I can't remember details. But Damien Darhk stole some of the Lazarus Pit, which even if he stole a jar, or even if he stole a pot. He can't bathe in. I can just imagine a grown man like this in a little bowl. But, so he's got to be drinking it. Which may have different effects. It may make him go crazier faster. Or whatever. So, I'm really, really excited to see not just Damien Darhk / Brother Blood or whatever. But I'm also excited to see Hive. I just want to see Hive. I think that would be really interesting to see, especially since Deadshot was teased. Especially since Hive was teased in Deadshot's memories, like Deadshot's flashbacks. I want to see what power they actually have, and I want their secret organization to come to light, because I always like seeing, oh, hey, this thing's been secret, BT dubs, we've been doing all this behind your back, whatevs. And so hearing this about Raz's past, he's not lying. There's no reason for him to lie. And I've realized why I thought Raz was dishonest, and I thought that he was lying about all this stuff because I've been confusing, I know who Ra's al Ghul is, I know all of that, but there's a scene that I was using in my head for character analysis of Ra's al Ghul, and it was actually, the scene I had in my head was not Ra's al Ghul, it was Vandal Savage, who is actually immortal. I thought, for some reason, that scene it was a scene from Justice League Unlimited, where somebody goes to the future a couple thousand years, and Vandal Savage is still around, and he's like the only person on Earth. And for some reason, this whole time, I've been confusing him with Ra's al Ghul. Don't know why. But I think that's what I've been basing, a little bit of why I thought he was dishonest. Because I attributed the wrong character to his character. Moving on. But if you guys, let me know what you guys think about Damian being Brother Blood. I think that could be really interesting. And I want to see if anybody else shares that theory, or if I'm just crazy and making random associations like Vandal Savage. So the League has been torturing Olie. I saw that coming. I'm actually really mad at Olie for not seeing that coming. Well, actually, I didn't see that coming, but I saw him losing himself, you know? Olie was so... And even Diggle and Felicity are very, he's not gonna lose his sense of self, he's so strong. It's you know, there's stuff they can do that just breaks you. You're broken. Which is what they're doing to Olie. And they made him kill his conscience. Which, coincidentally, is Diggle. And it's something I don't know if I ever acknowledged in the forefront of my brain, but it's something I always subconsciously knew, that Diggle was Ollie's conscience, and because Olie always took Diggle's advice before anyone else's. He always respected his advice more. And Diggle's been around longer than anybody else. He's the first member of Team Arrow that wasn't the Arrow, so, you know. Very important, obviously, and that's the thing. That's the thing that has to break. That's the thing that they broke. Oh, I made an excellent brain connection right there. The thing that they broke to break Olie was his connection to Diggle, to Team Arrow. The thing that they didn't break, or that's still floating around in his brain, because he might have killed Diggle this episode. The thing that's still floating around in his brain is his sister. I'll talk more about that later, if I remember. I mean, I'm going to talk about Thea later, obviously. Thea! Oh my god, I'm doing it again! Friendship! Thea. No, Thea, not Thea. Thea, not Thea. Thea. I got it. I'm good. We're fine. We're golden. But I'll talk about Thea later. So Russ sends Olie to kill Nyssa. The order that I heard sounded like it was go kill her, but I guess the order was go kidnap her or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, Olie goes back to Starling. Laurel and Nyssa. Nyssa was by a wide margin my favorite part of this episode. And her and Laurel bonding was mega cute. They are like besties now, and I love it. I love just seeing both of them so happy, even though it's like a fleeting moment and it's gone pretty quick. But I liked seeing them happy. It warmed the cockles of my heart. And yeah, it was, I think it might have been in part, like Laurel said, to repay Nyssa for what she did for Sarah. But it's gone beyond that, because they've trained together, they've obviously been bonding, so they're friends. This is now Laurel standing up for Nyssa because they're friends. Because they've made this bond and this connection, and yeah, girl power, whatever. So Diggle and Laurel stop Olie from kidnapping Nyssa, but then Olie goes and kidnaps Lila. which was very surprising. Lila was the last person I ever expected to get kidnapped and, you know, victimized. But I mean, Nyssa was about to get captured. If it were not for Laurel and Diggle, she would have been. And Lila didn't have that kind of backup, so obviously against Master Ninja Assassins, she got captured. That's how it goes. Thea. Finally, sorry, I had to really make sure I didn't say it wrong again. Thea finally gets the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Yeah. Took fucking long enough. What, 3 seasons? Come on, guys. Start telling this bitch the truth. So I don't remember if it was a choice, like if it was go follow Roy or stay and help fix the situation with Olie. I don't know if it was a choice, but she does choose to stay and help. Yay! I am so glad she takes up an arrow, you know, the bow and arrow she learned to use, and she stops Olie from killing Diggle. She shot him in the arm, right? She just like poop right in the arm, right? It was awesome. I was so excited, and I can't remember what color her hood was. I don't quite remember, but if it's black and yellow, then we've got ourselves a Speedy. Oh, nope. There we go. If it's black and yellow, we've got ourselves a Speedy. I know I showed that picture last week, but you get to see it again. Lucky you. And now the question, would Olie have killed Diggle if Thea didn't interfere? I really want to know what you guys think, because I think he would have. I think he would have, because what Roz broke was his conscience. It was Diggle. He broke his connection to Diggle. He did not break his connection to Thea, which was why when Thea stopped him, he was like, what are feelings? Ugh! Which Olie is like normally, so I don't know why this is any different. Oh, feelings, what are these? So Nyssa and Olie have to get married. Something about that is like the most disturbing thing. Like, it's just like, oh, you gotta, ew, don't do that, ew. It just really sucks. Yeah, just really sucks. I hate that all this is happening to Nyssa, and I just want Nyssa to escape, run away, kill all things that are in her way. Because if anyone can escape Nanda Parbat, it's Nyssa. She fucking grew up there from birth. From birth. Honestly, okay, and not to, I usually try not to reference other shows, but, in Game of Thrones I've been saying this. We didn't do a podcast about Maleficent, but when I watched Maleficent, like, I thought this. If you just put a bitch on the throne, everything would be fine. Like, we could literally avoid... we literally would have avoided all of this trouble if you just put a lady on the throne. Like, that's... just put a bitch on that throne, and you won't be fine. I think Nyssa would be better. I mean, technically she's already been brainwashed, or she doesn't need to be brainwashed. I don't know. I think Raj Al Ghul is being super sexist. Because it's like, if Nyssa were a man, if she were a man, he would have had Olie kill her. Not even bothered to bring her back to Nanda Parbat. He would just have had her killed, you know, if she was a man. But since she's a woman, oh hey, you have a vagina, why don't you marry him? And I honestly don't, I'm sorry, my eye is really itchy. I honestly don't know if it's an excuse that Ross is using because he doesn't want to kill his daughter, or if it's just that he's an asshole. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, because I want to know these things. These things. So yeah, they're gonna get married. Ew. But the big thing, like, to me, the Nissa Olie gonna get married was the big, like, showstopper at the end of the episode. But I think what was really meant to be the showstopper was, yeah, you gotta go kill Starling City. And I'll explain why that's not the showstopper for me. But yeah, Roz wants Olie to use the Alpha Omega on Starling City. Which I don't think he's had enough brainwashing for that just yet. But here's why I don't think it's a showstopper. Well, actually, no, hold on. What I was going to say was, Nissa and Olie getting married. I know that that's probably going to happen. That is probably / definitely going to happen. Killing everyone in Starling City, though, probably isn't going to happen. But Season 1, The Undertaking, actually went through. They actually destroyed the Glades. So I take back my statement. Last time there was a disaster, it was actually a disaster. So if this goes through again, I mean, obviously, and we haven't seen the whole and I'll explain my feelings about the flashbacks. We haven't seen this whole section of plot from the flashbacks yet. So we don't know what happens to Hong Kong, but we can assume that Hong Kong is not totally destroyed, because Hong Kong still exists, I'm pretty sure. But, so even if, like, the virus gets unleashed, then it's probably, Jesus Christ, I hate YouTube sometimes. Even if the virus gets unleashed, then Starling City probably won't be incredibly destroyed. You know, it won't be completely destroyed. There's maybe partial destruction. Half the population dead? I don't know. But what was I saying? What was I saying? I was saying that, I don't know. It's probably not going to be completely destroyed, but crazy damage might happen if it goes through. But I'm still not sure if it will go through. You know what I mean? I don't know what I mean. So if you know what I mean, good job. No, I do know what I mean. I can't do two things at once. Like, I can't form words and try to bring up a thing at the same time. Sorry, I forgot, I did it again, and I forgot to check your, comments on the last video. There are comments, good, okay. I'm glad I brought this up. So I'll get to them when I'm done with this episode. So yeah, I think that there's a very big chance that it could go through, and that shit could get fucked up again. Like, this city's already been through at least two two big disasters, you know? So, it could just go through and everyone could be screwed, is what I really was getting at. So to the flashbacks. I'm really, really upset with the flashbacks these last couple episodes. Because what they did was the whole season, it was like, not the whole season, I'm sorry, half of the season, they were like, here, Masao and Tetsu, who we've seen in the flashbacks as this loving couple with an awesome kid, have been torn apart, like, violently torn apart, to the point where they don't want to acknowledge each other. Right? And we can guess, you know, we've been saying, oh, something terrible must have happened to Akio to drive these two apart. So yeah, we know something terrible is going to happen to Akio. But we've been sitting here for 2 episodes having come from Masao's mouth, my son is dead. And now we're just waiting around in the flashbacks to see him die. You know, that's not... unless there's a twist. Unless it's not just he dies. It's stupid. It's really stupid to bury the lead like that. It's like, yeah, my son's dead. Oh, and then 3 episodes later he dies. It's like, okay, there's no drama in that at all now. You know, the blood was coming out of his mouth at the end of the episode, and it was like, okay. You've, like, taken the emotion out of that scene because you told me he's dead already. What should have happened was Maseo should have said, my son is gone. Or I've lost my son. Even something as vague enough as I lost my son could mean he's dead. Could mean he's gone somewhere. I just think it's so dumb. So dumb. So I'm real upset with the flashbacks, if you couldn't tell. Also, I think that Olie blew up a truck full of antidote. Is what I think. He wouldn't, when he's like, blow up that truck, it's Shreve's men. I'm like, are you sure it's Shreve's men? It could just be the military. He blew it up. That was probably the antidote, Olie. You did it bad. Yeah, I think it has to be something bad like that, where they could have saved Akio. But they chose to be paranoid instead. So that is it for this episode. Three of you guys commented this time. Yes! Got Danette saying, I'm with you, Clio. I've never been a Felicity Olie shipper. Also confused about what happened with the little boy. Maybe we will see it in the finale. I know. I'm with you, because as far as I'm concerned, it's been spoiled and he's dead. You know? So what the hell is the point about waiting to see? I'm sorry. I'm getting a little film theory crazy, because that's not how you tell a good story. It's not how you tell a good story. Don't do that. And I know I'm griping on this one thing. This episode was excellent, and I'm sorry for griping on this one thing, but it really grinds my gears that they fucked up. They fucked up in the writing room. This should not have happened. I should not be angry. It all happened in the writer's room. And Angel says, I'm also with you. I was not a fan of the Felicity Olie thing. Thank God I'm not the only one. I feel crazy sometimes. One thing is Felicity having a crush on Olie in a long time. Sure, she has been there for... Oh, sorry, this is Jake. This is Jake and Ada. Sure, she's been there for him, but goddamn, that ain't romance! That ain't romance! You had sex with him once! That ain't love! Anyway, it's just less than a broken dream. And like she said on Flash, Ray is like Barry's mind in Ollie's body. Yeah. She gave up literally the entire package. Why the heck would she ruin that? I don't know. Well, okay. She didn't exactly... It's like subconscious sabotage is how I'm seeing it. It's like she doesn't think that she could be happy. And so she makes it so she's not happy. And I don't know if what she really feels is love, or if it's just what she thinks is love, or if she's just not letting herself be open to other things. Or what really happened was she didn't give herself enough time to heal after breaking up with Olie. Which is really what it was. So she jumped to the next dick a little too soon. You know? Just a little too fast. And I think it was last episode, I was just, like, so dejected and disappointed, but now it's just like, you know, sorry, I gotta plug my thing in before it dies. But now it's sort of just like, bitch, I get it, it's fine, you're just crazy. That's honestly all I could, and I think, oh yeah, no, that was a Flash. I almost read something that was for the Flash and not for Arrow. Don't worry, Jake, I'll bring that up in the Flash episode. Yeah. I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for your comments. I will continue. Oh my god, a frame rate drop. No! Just before my computer explodes. You can find me down below at Cliomoto on the and Cliomoto